This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so basically, whenever we look into pandas is actually a module. Okay, and all those kind of stuff. So in Python, it is technically a module. Is what? Technically a module. Okay, so module, which is basically made of two structures. Okay, so pandas module. So you can say Python tool for data analysis. What is it? Python tool for data analysis. Okay. So more into data analysis rather than into full stack Python. So it is more into analysis. Okay. So it is more into analysis. So basically we try to understand the structures first, then we'll try to go for the programming. Okay. So as you can see here, so pandas will be for two structures. What are the structures? Series and data frame. Series and data frame. So pandas works on two structures. What is the first structure name? Series. What is the second structure name? Data frame. Okay, so series and data frame. So today we will try to look into those things. So pandas introduction. Okay, so pandas introduction today. Okay, so like what are the structures, how can we create the structures and all, and in the next session we will be completely going on through the examples. Okay, right. So how to create, so today we'll be seeing like how to create data frames, how a series looks like, and all those kind of stuff we will be understanding. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about a series and a data frame, so basically first things first, pandas will be helpful for working with series and data frames. Yes, series and data frame. So throughout this pandas, we will be working with series and data frame only. So how to work with the series, how to create the series, how to access the series, how to create the data frame, how to access the data frame. So from where we get the data frame, from which files we can get the data frame. All these kind of things we will be understanding. Okay, right. Again, there will be hundreds of functions. We cannot look at each and everything. We will pick the best of the things. Okay, so best of the things we will be picking it up. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about a series here, okay, so series and data frame. So the main difference between these two is, okay, so we will try to give an overview basically. Okay, so we'll try to give an overview here. So we can say a series is one dimensional. Series is one dimensional. So whereas a data frame is multi-dimensional. So data frame is multi-dimensional, or you can say two-dimensional. Okay, so two-dimensional. Okay, so one D labeled homogeneous array. So whenever I'm saying homogeneous, so we will say, okay, so so whenever I'm saying homogeneous, we will say that same type of elements. Okay, so data frames means we can have row and column combination, row and column combinations. Okay, so series means single structure. Okay, so in simple words, if I say, okay, so single structure in the sense, I will have something like this, something like an array, simple one dimensional array, one dimensional array. And when you talk about, so when you talk about the data frame, so when you talk about the data frame, so basically we will be looking at, okay, so we will be looking at the two-dimensional structure. So two-dimensional structure. Okay, so one second. Okay, so let me, yeah. So two-dimensional structure. So we will talk about something like a table, something like a table. So table means so where you have kind of rows and columns. So single dimensional and two-dimensional simply. Okay, where we can increase or decrease the size, all that things are possible. Okay, now let's understand how we create an array. Oh, sorry, how we create a series. Okay, so as I told you, okay, so one example manually we will see, and then we will go for the things. Okay, now if you look at the series here, okay, so if you look at the series here, so how a series will look like? Series will look something like this. Okay, so to save our time, I'm just having the notes ready. Ready notes I'm using. Okay, so series. So now what I'm saying, a series, okay, wherein you have a kind of serial elements, so where you can see 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So what is this? This is index. This is index. Of course you have the negative index also and all. Now you'll ask me, sir, what is the difference then? I have already kind of array. Then what is the basic difference here? Okay, now we will create the series. We'll create the series. So to create the series, okay, to create the series, so we need to go for a method. Okay, so we need to go for a method, or I can say a constructor. So first we will talk about that. Okay, now I'm going for a series. I'm going for creating a series. Okay, so creating the series. So series can be created by this. Okay, series can be created by this. So copy is not useful. So I can just take off that. So now I will say creating the series. Creating the series. So we are going to create the series of elements. So copy I'll take off because not very much useful for us. So I will take off this. Okay, right. So now let me make it big. So the basic understanding of the series. Okay, so series. How can you create a series? Pandas dot series. Pandas dot series. Again here, as I've told you, pandas is also a library or a module, I can say. So we need to import that. We need to import that. So there are different styles of importing. Okay, so we can say import pandas, and we can directly use it. Okay, so how can I use it? Pandas dot series of, okay, of, I will put the data now. So 2 comma 5 comma 9 comma 3 comma 8 comma 7. Okay, now I will assign this into p1. Okay, so ps1. So panda series 1. Okay, so panda series 1, I'll say ps1. Now if you get this, if you look at this, how it is looking like, it is looking like a table, but it is not a table exactly. So it is, this is called as the index. This is called as the index. Okay, so index, as we have put only we have put only integer elements. You are looking at the integer elements only. You are looking at the integer elements only. So what I have passed here, I have passed only the data. I passed only the data. I passed only the data. I did not pass the index and the data type. Yes, I did not pass the index and the data type. So what index will do, what the data type will do, I'll tell you. But before that, we will understand the type. Okay, so if you see type of PS1, what is the type of the PS1? So what is the type of the CS1? What you see over here? You can see it is pandas dot core dot series dot c. It is, so it is a series. It is available in all this hierarchy. Pandas library, under that you have core, under that you have series, submodules basically. Okay, so this series structure is available in pandas module, core submodule, and series submodule. Basic idea. Yes, understanding my point? So this is going to be the type. So what is the type? This is the series type. Now how we will understand this? Okay, so let me copy this also for your information. Uh, okay. So here I will try to put up something like, okay, so type of ps1. So what I've done here, type of ps1. So what is type of ps1 here? It is a series. It is a series. So now you are looking at this order, but exactly it is what? It is like this. Now it is 5, 9, 3, 8, and 7. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it is also minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. But by default, you are looking at the integers. You are looking at the integers. Yes, you are looking at the integers. The series, in the series we can even put our own index. It is not that you have to use that own index. Okay, anyway, so we will try to access now, access the element. So now I told you series is there, I mean index is there. As I told you, now index is there, so definitely I can use that index and access the element. Same first element to second element, third element, all the indexing style will be the same. So I don't have to discuss it once again. Already you have in numpy we discussed, in list you already know how to do it, right? So now I don't have to do all that. Okay, so accessing the element. So now how we can access the element? So now I will say ps1 of 2. Now tell me, what is ps1 of 2 here? Is going to be 3. Is going to be 3. Very good. Now I will try to say ps1 of 2 colon 4. Okay, so 2 colon rather. So I'll say 1 colon 4. So 1 colon 4 means what you get? You get 1, 2, 3. 4 is exclusive, no? 4 is exclusive. 4 you won't get. Yes. So this is how you access the elements. Accessing elements, already the basic idea you know. So that basic idea only you follow and access. That's it. So you don't have to work with any other style or any other thing. Is that clear? Yes. So that is how you can access the element. So you are accessing the elements by using what? By using the index. By using the index. Okay. Sir, can I use negative index? Okay. Now let me say ps of minus 3. ps of, oh sorry, ps1 of minus 3. So ps1 of minus 3. Okay. So okay. So 0. hmm, 1 second. Minus 3 should be 3, no? Okay, so why we are not getting here? Okay, so 3, why it is showing here? Because it supports negative also. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll look into it later. No worries. So we'll not waste time. Okay, anyhow, accessing any one index is fine, no? Okay. Now, basic understanding here is so now basic understanding here is, so we can access the elements using the index. Now what are the other things that are there here? Index is there and d type is there. Index is there and d type is there. So now what we do is we try to, go for uh, the index, means we'll change the index. We will change the index. Okay. So we will alter the uh, index. Alter the index. Okay, so alter the default index, rather I'll say. Alter the default index. So now what I will do is I will just go back here. While creating the series, I will say, okay, now I'll use it in another way. So ps1, okay, so I will say ps2 here, and I'll say as pd. Okay, if I use pd there, what I can say? I can say pd dot series 59387, 59387. So here what I'll do is I'll put the index. So index I will say, okay, so we will try to put the negative index. Okay, so minus 5 to minus 1. Okay, so minus 5 to minus 1. So what I can say here, so minus 5 comma minus 4 comma minus, okay, so minus 4 minus 3 comma minus 2 comma minus 1. Okay, now what do you observe here? So you observe that now we have the negative index. So we have put the negative index. We have put the negative index. So now if you observe here, so can we have altered. We have altered. Initially it was what? Initially it was this. Okay. So now it is negative. Now it is negative. Okay. Now definitely we can access with negative index because we have put the negative index on our own. Okay, on our own we have put the negative index. Yes. Okay, now not only this, we can create anything. So now for example, not only this, so we can say range of 101 comma, okay, so 101 comma 105, 101, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now, okay, one second. 101 sorry 100 to 106. Okay, so this is 5 only, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. So range of 101, 102. Okay, right, got it. So in this way, I was using the bracket. Okay, so copy and paste now, as I was using the same bracket, so no need of that bracket. Okay, no need of that bracket, so directly I can use range of 101 to 106. Clear? Means what we are doing at the end of the day, we are trying to, what we are trying to do, so we are trying to alter the index. We are trying to alter the index, right? Okay, sir, can I give only numbers or can I give anything? So can I give something like a b c d also? Okay, let's try. So let's try. I will say now index is equal to, okay, so I need to give the list now because I need to give the different numbers, no? So a comma b comma hmm, c comma hmm, d. See, only the provision is there, that is why we are using, right? So we have an option, rather we have an option, so we are using. So now tell me what happened. Index is changed to characters. Yes or no? So you are using the parameter. You are using the parameter and changing the index and changing the index. So now what is index? Initially it was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have converted into minus, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have converted it into minus 5, minus 3, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, and minus 1. Then we applied 101, 102, 103, 104, and 105. Then we applied A, B, C, D, E. Means anything you can apply. That is what the meaning. Okay. Now you got the difference between the series and the array. Yes, series and the array. Data types, you know. How can we change the data types? Now, for example, I want to give the data type. Okay, so I want to give the data type something like data type is equal to float. Data type is equal to float. So tell me what happened now. Tell me what happened. So the index is ABCD, of course, and the data type is going to be float. The data type is going to be float. So what we did here, logic, change the data type. Change the data type. So what we have done here, so we have changed the data type. So that is also possible. Changing the data type also possible. So we can put our data, we can have the index, our own index. Okay, so and we can have the data type, our own data type. So in numbers means float or int basically. Yes, we can put our own data type also. If you are not giving any data type, the data type depends on the data, depends on the data. Yes or no? Am I clear? Okay. Now, depending on the data means what, sir? Okay. Now, for example, okay, I'll not give the index and all, but what I will do is I will say, okay, so I will say 8.2. Okay, only one of the value is going to be float. Now look at PS2. What PS2 is now? It is automatically float now. Why, sir? Because one of the values is float. If one of the values is float, automatically all the things will become float. All the things will become float. Yes. Is that clear? Yes. Okay. So that's how we deal with the creation of the series. We deal with the creation of the series. Okay. Now, what all we can do, sir? So we can have a series by using uh, various inputs like array. Okay, already we have seen something like list. Okay, we have put a list of elements, that's it. But what we can do, we can put an array, we can put a dictionary, we can put a scalar, means a single value. Scalar value or a constant, which is nothing but a single value. Single value. We can create a series with a scalar or a single value. So scalar or a single value. Okay, so we can have an array, we can have a dictionary, we can have a scalar value or a constant or a constant. Am I clear? Yes, constant means a single, scalar means a single value. Okay, now can anyone tell me what is an array? How can we create an array? Forgot. Hmm. How can we create an array? Import numpy as np. Okay. So array one is equal to a single only will go. Np dot array. Forgetting is a bad habit, no? For me also, for you also. Okay. So np dot array 48936. Now this is an array. Now what we are asked to do, we are asked to create a series from this array. Okay. So PSA1. Okay, so PSA1. What I will do is how to use a series? PD dot series. Now I can have the data. What data I can have? I can have the array data. I can have the array data. Now if you observe PSA1. Now what is created? A series is created or not? How a series is created? From the array. Series is created from the array. Yes or no? Got it or not? So how we have created the series now? We have created series from the array. From the array. It is as simple as that. Okay? Right. Next. From dictionary. From a dictionary. So we will go and create an array from a dictionary. From a dictionary. Okay. Now, what is a dictionary? Okay. So DC1 is equal to so dictionary is what? Key value combination. No, key value combination. Okay, I will say 1:1. Okay. Next 2:2 something. Okay, and I will say 3:3 something, some string, and I'll say comma. I'll say DC1. So what is DC1 here? So DC1 is a dictionary. Now what I want, sir, I want to create an uh, I want to create an uh, series from this dictionary. From this dictionary. Okay. Now tell me how to do this. Panda series from dictionary is equal to pd dot series of dc1 or dc1. Okay. Now what will happen? Now tell me what happened. Now tell me what happened. What happened? So this DC1 was a dictionary. So dictionary has key and values. So this keys have become the index. Keys have become the index, and these the values are the the content of the series. Values are the content of the series, and this is object. Object means what? See, string. So generally it is not saying string, it is saying object. It is saying object. That's it. Okay, got it. So in this way, you can create the array from what? From the dictionary. From the dictionary. Okay. Now, from a scalar value. Scalar value means single value, no? Scalar value is single value. Any single value. Okay. Any single value. Now, for example, I will say uh, x is equal to 5. X is equal to 5. And I'll say pd dot series of, okay. So panda series from scalar 1. Okay, so pd dot series of x. Okay, so pd dot series of x. Now tell me what happened. What is created? Pi, no? What is pi? Pi is a single value. Single value means single array. I mean single series, single item series, single item series. That's it. Clear now? Yes. So this is how we create the series. How we create the series, right? We can create on our own. We can create from the array. We can create from the dictionary. We can create from a scalar value also, right? Okay. Next, it's time to understand the data frame. Okay. So when you are going for the data frame, so data frame is, I told you, something like a table, something like a table. Okay. So here is our data frame. So what is the next concept? Data frame. Next structure rather. Okay. So data frame is a two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array. Okay. So two-dimensional array of. Okay. So data frame is a two-dimensional array of heterogeneous data. Which data? Heterogeneous data. Why are you saying heterogeneous? You have string also. You have integer also. You have float also. You can have none, null. I mean none, true, false, anything. Okay. So in that way, you are going for the understanding of a data frame. Now it's time to understand how we can create this. How we can create this. Okay. Now what are the data types that I told you? The data types of the columns are this, right? Okay. The data types of the columns are okay. Okay. Anyhow, you know, but better to write it once. Done. Okay. So now creating the data frame. So we need to understand now how we can create the data frame. Okay. Retrieving the data and all that one, you know, that's why I'm not giving you all that. So this is how we can create the data frame. Same thing. Okay, so as usual, we will not have the copy. Okay, so notes you can read it later. So we'll not worry about the copy here. Okay. Now pandas dot data frame, you can have the data, you can have the index, you can have the columns, and you can have the data type. Okay. Now what we'll do is, now you have this table. Okay. So what are the columns here? Name, age, gender, and rating. Okay. What is the data here? Steve 32 male 3.45, Leah 28 female, and all. Okay. Now we will put this data into consideration and we will create the data. We'll create the data. Okay. Now what are under the name? Now from this we can have kind of dictionary. This is dictionary only, no? Yes or no? This dictionary. So name Steve. Okay, so age 32. So again name Leah. So like four elements. Now if I ask you to create a dictionary, create a dictionary based on this. Okay, so okay, first we'll not directly go to the data frame. So now our task is to create a dict or a dictionary object. Create a dict object from the below. So forget about data frame for some time. So first we'll create the dictionary from this. Okay. Now let's say this is something like employee dictionary. Okay. So this is like employee dictionary. Now first what we do is we put the keys. What are the keys? Name, age, gender, and rating. Yes. What are the keys here? First is name. Okay. So name, under name, what are the elements that you have? Simple, very simple to understand. To understand dictionary, understanding data frame is not a big task. Okay. Now next is age. Age you have, and then gender. Hmm. Next. Hmm. Next. Next. Rate. Okay. So we have created a dictionary like this. Okay. So we'll what we'll do is we will run this once and see what will happen in the Python. In the Python, what will happen? We'll see. Okay, so let me put some space here. Got the space here. Got the space here also, and let me cut the space here also. Okay. So now, if you observe, I'll say EMP. Now what happened? Name is equal to age is equal to. So this is correct. Okay. But now what we need to have under name? Under name, we have four values. Under name, we have four values. Under age, we have four values. Under gender, we have four values. Under rating, we have four values. So this is like a revision for you of dictionary also and JSON objects also. So JSON objects also will look like a map only. So that is why I'm giving you a clear idea of this. Very, very important. Okay. So now Steve. Next. Leah. Next. Win. Next. Hit. That's it. Okay. Now under age 32, comma 28, comma 45, comma 38. Okay. Again gender. We have male. Okay. Gender is again object, no? or a string. So male, so you have female and again male and female, right? Okay, keys can be duplicated, right? Keys cannot be duplicated, but keys can be duplicated, no? Okay, next 3.45 comma 4.6 comma 3.9 comma 2.78. Okay, now let me run the same thing, comma. Okay. Hmm. That's why it's better to create here only actually. Okay. Now we got it. We got a dictionary. This is not a data frame. Okay. So this is a dictionary. This is a dictionary. So dictionary is the basis for the data frame. Dictionary is the basis for the data frame. How, sir? Okay. Now, if you remember, just I told you, data takes the various forms like array, series, map, map dictionary, something same. Okay, constant and also another data frame. You know how to take the array. You know how to take the series. So map, I will just put dictionary same. So list, you know how to do it. Already we did in that same thing, right? So dictionary. Okay, so main is dictionary. Other than array, series, and all, main is dictionary. So that is why I'm showing you on the dictionary itself directly. So when you do the dictionary, index, columns, you don't have to support. You don't have to give. No need to give the index, no need to give the support of columns or anything as such. Right? Okay. Now let's say, okay. Now I will say data frame from EMP. Data frame from EMP is equal to, what I'll say, PD dot data frame of EMP. So now you see DF EMP. Okay. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. Why you got only two? We kept set. So that should be a list. Okay. Okay. Small corrections. This is a set, no representation. Okay. So what we'll do is everything we will make it as list. So set means duplicates not allowed. Duplicates not allowed. So we will do this. Okay. Two students can have the same gender, can have the same name, can have the same age. Yes or no? So that is why we are using list rather than the set. Rather than the set. No problem. Okay, I was not observing that. Okay. Now, yeah. Done. Now, if you observe, did you get a table? Did you get a table or not? We got a table. We got a table. Don't worry about the borders and everything. So we don't require that. Right? Okay. Now what you observe? We observe that we created employee. So what we created? We created employee data frame. Employee data frame. Okay. Now this map of data has converted into, this map of data is converted into a table. Yes, the basis is the dictionary only. The basis is the dictionary. Always remember. Yes. Again. So 0, 1, 2, 3. What is this? Index. What is this? Index. Okay. Index. And what are these? These are columns. These are columns. So name column, age column, gender column, and rating column. Now accessing is important. Okay. Now accessing. Okay. So up to now, so we were using that index. Now we were using the index, isn't it? Now let's use the index and see what will happen. Now let's say DFEMP of 2. Okay, like series. Now tell me what happened. You got a key error. You got a key error because it cannot access that multiple elements using the it cannot access the multiple elements using what? Using this particular index. Using this particular index. Yes. Am I clear? Then what are the other ways to do that and all? We need to know. But today we will not know. So today we will complete the structures first. So tomorrow we'll understand how we can access. Okay, so how we can access the column. How we can, suppose I want only Leah's gender. Okay, so there is a need. There is definitely need for getting Ria's, that is analysis basically. So I want to get the gender of Leah. How to get that? Okay, so something like SQL analysis kind of thing we will be doing, but we will be doing it in our next session. So first we'll understand the structures. First day, always remember, we'll understand the structures. Series we understood, now data frame we are understanding. Okay, how to access and all a little bit complicated here. Okay, so you need to have different terminologies. Okay, so all that we will be understanding. Okay, don't worry. Same terminology means here columns and rows are involved, no? So that is why there will be a little bit of hazard. Okay, so that is why and there are some techniques like LOC, ILOC and all. So we will have with better data. Okay, yeah. For now, accessing, so what I can write here, accessing cannot take place by index, cannot take place by index. Okay, cannot take place by index in this way. Yes, cannot take place by index. So how we can use that index and all later, right? Okay, because data frame is entirely different from the series, from the array and all. Okay, now if you observe here, so we just told we can create the data from the array also, series also, list also. Already we use dictionary, so we will not worry about dictionary and constants. Now first we will talk about how we can create the array. There we can have the index. There we can have the index, columns, and all those things. Okay. Now we have already created a series. We have already created a series, no? Okay, let's go for this series. Okay. So what is DC1 actually? So DC1 is same thing. Okay, so we'll just go above, because whenever you see the notes, so there should not be any confusion. So that's what my main idea. Okay, so DC1. Okay, so this one, right? Now I am creating a series from this, right? Okay, already we know it. Now I want to create a dictionary from, sorry, create a data frame from where? From series. So what is the next topic? Creating a data frame from a series. Okay. Okay, and one more thing I did not show you, know. So like the type. So I will show you the type also. So type of, understanding or not? Yes. Okay. Type of this. So what is the type of this? Again, you see data frame under submodule frame under submodule core under submodule under the module pandas. Okay, so this is the type. Whose type it is? Whose type it is? Whose type it is? Series A. Series A data frame. Data frame type, no? Okay. You heard all the story and you are not able to tell the movie name. Hmm. Okay, so accessing is not possible by the index. Okay, now what is our next point? So we are creating from a series. Okay, now pandas data frame from series is equal to what I can say pd dot data frame of of psd1. Now see what happens. Now data frame means row should be there, column should be there as per our understanding. But here you can see index number, but you cannot see the column name. Okay, now see what happens. What is created now? Column name is created or not? Of course, number, because it is like 0, 1, 2, 3 again. Yes, what is created? Column name is created, that is 0. Done? Okay. Sir, 0 I don't want, sir. I want something like, okay, I think I need to put it from here. Okay, so what is created here? Hope you are understanding. Okay, so what is created over here? We have created a data frame from a series. So this is how we can see, this is like 1, 2, 3 and single column. No, series means single column. Series means single column. Series means single column, right? Yes or no? Understanding or not? Okay, right. Now I don't want 0. I want some name to it. I want some name. Okay. Now, changing later is different story, but as you know, we can say, so how to update I'll tell you later, but for now we will try and understand how can we give the column. Okay, columns. Okay, so columns is equal to, so you have a single column, no? I will say digit name. What I'll say? Digit name. Now tell me what happened. What happened? Column name is created or not? Yes or no? Column name is created. How the column name is created, sir? Column name is created because of I have specified a column. I want a column name for this. I got it. Got it? Sir, can we change the index here also? Yes, we can. We can change the index also. Okay. So something like, okay. Because we have an option. So to put the index also. So in Spanish, generally we call it as un, dos, tres. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 in Spanish we call it as un, dos, tres. Okay. Now tell me what happened. One second. Why we got this? PSD1, PSDS one is okay. Right. why we are getting this. Yeah, just a moment. Why we are getting the values disappeared. So index, no, the index will be used resulting from the optional before entering no index is passed. So we are passing the index. Okay, when we pass the index it should be this, no. Okay, 1 second. Okay, okay, so we will try to have, okay, we'll try to have a series. Let's see. So range of, we have three values, no. So range of 101 comma 104. So comma columns is equal to digit name. Index must be called with a collection of some kind. So index. Yeah, I'm missing the brackets. Why this is not coming? I don't know. Okay, so let's see it. So we'll not waste the time as usual because it should come. Okay. So any columns you understood, no? Yeah, no problem. So we will look into that. So basic idea here, you got it? Yes or no? So we have put the columns. We have put the columns. Index also we can put. I don't know why it is not coming. So I'll need to check. Uh, so this is how we can create the data frame from a series. Already dictionary you understood, series, array and all not very important. From series and dictionary we created. So in our next session we will see how we can take the or create the data frame from a file, from a CSV file. How to take it from a CSV file? See, basically CSV file will contain all this data, no? So we will see from that data how we can access the CSS file and all. Okay, right. So that's it for today. So we will be meeting tomorrow with much more discussion. Okay, thank you.